Hey everyone, this is Christy with AG Takes Over. I am so glad you're here, whether it's for the first time or you are a regular viewer. If you're a regular viewer, you know that this channel is all about American Girl dolls. Except today, we're talking about Tariffs and Maplelea, which is not American Girl. Why is that relevant? Because a lot of American Girl doll collectors in the United States do buy from our neighbors up north, and we support Maplelea, which is another 18-inch doll company. They've got great clothing and accessories that fit American Girl dolls, and some American Girl collectors also buy the Maplelea dolls. So on May 22nd, the company sent out an email to its US based customers explaining tariffs and how they were going to impact the way that Maplelea does business with United States customers. And I got an email from someone who is a regular viewer and also is deaf, and asked me to either explain or maybe consider doing a video with American Sign Language interpretation about this particular email, just to make it a little more accessible. So I said, you know what, if I'm going to make that effort, I'll just make it a video that I can throw up on the channel. It might not be that long, but if it helps you, I'm just going to read it, and if I have any commentary at the end, I'll put that. But I'm just going to read it, and again, it will be in American Sign Language. So if you know American Sign Language or rely on it, you're welcome. I hope it's clear. All right, so it says, hi, whoever you are, whatever name it went out to. So in my case, hi, Christy, to our friends in the USA. We are so very grateful for the large number of people from the USA who have discovered Maplelea over the past few years. We have greatly enjoyed chatting with you, serving you, and following your posts and comments on social media. Many of you have been asking how tariffs work and the impact they will have on purchasing from Maplelea in Canada. Here is an explanation of the situation at this time as we understand it. Understanding the current tariff situation. The United States government has implemented tariffs for goods coming into the country from almost every country in the world. The amount of the tariff varies and is mostly based on where the product was made rather than the company from which it was purchased. So, just to expand here, um, it's based on where was the product manufactured, not where did you get it from. So if we're buying from Canada, that's not how the tariff is going to be determined. It's where was that Canadian product made. So it says tariffs are an attempt to discourage purchasing from outside of the United States and to encourage manufacturing within the United States. The problem is that there are no vinyl doll factories in the USA or Canada for that matter. A vinyl doll, the quality of Maplelea, made in the United States or Canada, would probably cost at least $2,000, given the cost of labor, machinery, and operations in North America. So again, adding my in-email commentary, they're saying if we were to start manufacturing these here, you would have to, one, build a factory, right? Build a factory to manufacture them. And you would have to follow the labor laws, the safety laws, have the proper machinery, pay the minimum wages here, etc., right, to be in compliance. And then they continue, we design our products locally, and we perform many other operations in Canada that are needed to bring a doll to market. But the actual assembly is done overseas in carefully selected, regularly monitored, premium quality factories in China. Maplelea is the perfect example of how two countries, China and Canada, can work together to create a product of exceptional quality and safety at a price that people can afford. So they are saying, yep, we design them here. We do some of our quality testing here. We do a lot of stuff here. I believe that they design the catalog and get that ready to go in Canada. But they're saying we don't have factories to produce these dolls in Canada, just like y'all don't have them in the United States. So we do that in China, and we feel pretty good about the way we're doing business internationally. And then the email continues, how tariffs affect your Maplelea orders. When your order crosses the border from Canada, it has to go through USA Customs, regardless of how it is traveling, UPS, USPS, FedEx, by plane, or even in your car. There is no way to avoid this process. The actual amount of the tariff depends on the product, the country of origin, and the current tariff rate. The tariff rate of 145% on May 2nd dropped to 30% on May 12th, but only for a 90-day period, and this could change again. Prior to the mass implementation of tariffs, there were some much smaller tariffs in place, but small orders under $800 were exempt. Now, there are no exemptions. So, what they're saying is, yeah, tariffs were a thing before. One, they were smaller. Two, unless you were buying over $800 worth of Maplelea stuff at a time, you never knew about it because you were exempt from those tariffs. The company, then it continues, the company that delivers your order, UPS, USPS, FedEx, etc., must collect the tariff from you before they can release the package. The collected tariff is passed on to USA Customs and it goes to general revenue for the US government. It should be noted that the tariff is charged at the rate in effect when your order crosses the border, not when you place the order. So I'm going to expand on that. Let's say that I place an order from Maplelea right now and I'm expecting that 30% tariff. And I decide, well, hey, they're having a sale. I'm going to go ahead and do this 30% tariff. And by the time my order is crossing the border, Trump has had another change of mind and says, we're going up to 100%. Well, when it crossed the border, the new tariff rate, if it supposedly was, 100%, then that's the tariff rate that I would be charged. And I have to pay that or I can't get my stuff. The shipping company will not be able to release it to me. And there's no way to know because it's been really volatile if it's going to go up or down between the time that you order it and the time it actually crosses the border. Then the email continues. There may also be additional carrier fees for processing these payments. Because every time I'm adding this part, every single time anybody like ups a payment that you have to make to them, they're also like, oh, and there's a processing fee and there's a breathing fee and there's a it's Tuesday fee, right? So you may also have some extra fees on that, as well as any applicable state or local taxes. From the information, this is back to the email. From the information some of our American customers have given us, there appears to be some inconsistency in what is being charged. And so we are not able to tell you precisely what you will be charged by the company or the organization processing the tariffs on your order. So the next bullet point they've got here is, what if you change your mind once an order is shipped? If your package arrives and you no longer want it because of the tariffs, you can refuse it. However, please be sure to tell the shipper to return it to us. If you don't specifically tell them to return it to us, they may simply dispose of it. They may just chuck it. They didn't say that part. We will refund you for the products if in a refused order once we get the goods back. If we are charged for the return shipping, then we would have to deduct that amount from your refund. So, just throwing out an example here, this is me talking. Let's say I placed an order for $100 US, and then whatever shipping was, like let's say $10, and then I thought I was going to be getting the 30% tariff, and then it went up to 50%. So instead of being, charged this extra $30, it was an extra $50. And then maybe they added a couple fees. And so they're telling me it's actually going to be $60 on top of the $100 order and the $9 shipping or $10 shipping that you paid. And I'm like, oh, you know what? This is expensive. I am refusing it. Please return it to the sender. And so they would send it back to Maplelea. Once Maplelea gets it back, they're going to say, okay, did they charge us for that return shipping? If they did, we're going to take the $100 that we charged you. We're not going to return the shipping, because we shipped it to you. And we're going to deduct the shipping that we were charged to get it back to us. And whatever's left, like let's say 85, I don't know, then that's what you would get back. So you would end up with nothing and you're going to get your $85 back, but that's less than what you spend. And then the email continues. We know these tariffs are significantly hurting doll enthusiasts in the United States. Tariffs are also hurting Maplelea because so many of you are understandably choosing to pause your purchasing. Yep, that sucks. Okay, that's my commentary. A silver lining. Maplelea continues. One bright spot in all of this is to remember that the exchange rate between US dollars and Canadian dollars is very favorable to Americans right now. When you compare Maplelea prices shown in US dollars on our website to other premium quality 18-inch dolls, you may find that our products are very favorably priced, which helps in part to offset the tariffs. So, what they're saying without saying it outright here is uh, compare our prices in US dollars to AG's prices in US dollars, and you'll see that we're coming in cheaper. So even if you have to pay a little more for the tariffs, you might still be breaking even. And then they continue also, the rate of 145% for the tariff has temporarily been changed to 30% for 90 days. And that 90 days started on May 12th. So if you're keeping track, put that on a calendar. Thus, if you are thinking of ordering, now may be the time to do it before it goes back up. So you would notice that you're going to get charged a tariff when things come if you order now, but if you ordered right now, it likely would not be that 145%, of course. Who knows in the future? Then the next point is, do you have an order with us now? We have put all USA orders on hold until we hear from you. If you would still like your order shipped, knowing that there will be a tariff and other possible fees charged, please send an email to officemanager@maplelea.com confirming, yes, you still want it and we will ship it immediately. If we don't hear from you, we will continue to hold the order until either the situation changes or you ask for it to be canceled. Please know that our inventory is constantly changing, but if you have an order with us, we are holding that inventory for you. If you cancel it and try to reorder in the future, we can't guarantee that the same items will still be available. So seems pretty clear cut to me, right? They're saying um, this tariff stuff is, now we know that it's currently 30%, that if it changes, you're going to get charged whatever the rate was when it crosses the border. Understandably, some of the people in the United States are going to want to cancel their orders, so they're just going to hold them right now. And they're saying, let us know. Email us and let us know if you still want your order. If not, we'll just hang on to it. We have set it aside for you. It's got your name on it. We're not going to sell it to somebody else. But if you go ahead and cancel it and then later that item sells out and then you're like, oh, hey, tariff stuff kind of settled down and I decided I want my order, you're going to have to try to reorder it and they may or may not have the thing available. Okay, cool. Last point, looking forward, we understand completely if you choose to pause your purchasing during this time. We hope this situation will improve soon for the benefit of our customers in the United States. Americans and Canadians have been friends for a long time. During this time of uncertainty, we hope you will stay connected to the Maplelea community by following and chatting with us and other Maplelea doll enthusiasts online. See list below. Um, and then it says, again, thank you for your past and future support of our small business. And then they have all of these ways that you can stay connected. I just think this was really a personal touch, and felt very like heartfelt. I get the sense that Maplelea has a lot of heart and that they are managing to both be hurting, financially from this and facing a lot of uncertainty on their own and still draw on empathy and kindness in reaching out to US based customers because they know that we are also facing a whole lot of uncertainty here. So yeah. Anyway, the ways to stay connected, they have the Maplelea website, the Facebook page, the Instagram account, a Facebook group that's a Canadian Girls, Maplelea Canadian Girls Dolls official fan group, and then a chat and buy sell Facebook group that's based in Canada. And then another Instagram account. They put 2 Instagram accounts that are run by super fans, which I just think is really cool. Like, I cannot imagine American Girl being like, "Hey, and don't forget to check out this person's Instagram and this person's Instagram because they are like super fans." So yeah, it says our.Maplelea on Instagram, an Instagram page run by Maplelea superfan Shannon G of Maple Ridge, British Columbia, full of great photography and stories featuring her Maplelea dolls. And then Blue Canoe Girls on Instagram. Instagram account run by Maplelea superfan Thea C of Salt Spring Island, British Columbia. Beautiful photos of her Maplelea dolls having fun outdoors. I think that's cute. I love that they're saying we get it that you need to pause. This is an uncertain time for all of us, but hey, please stay connected. So, yeah, things can change obviously. Things are changing daily here. Um if you have any questions, let me know. I hope that I've expanded enough on the parts that might be tricky to people. Obviously, I don't have any insider information. I just wanted to make this email more accessible, in particular to the person who requested it in American Sign Language. So, anyway, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you get to spend some time with your dolls today. And I will be back very, very soon. This was an extra video that I was kind of tucking in between my regularly scheduled videos. So, check back often. Thank you.